The Constitution says it should be states that administer elections, Mr. President. That's what the Constitution
you know what?
says.
They can administer the election, but they have to do it honestly.
President Trump doubling down on his recent call for Republicans to, quote, take over and nationalize voting, and he's facing pushback from both parties. NewsNation national correspondent Alicia Nieves, she's following this one for us. So, Alicia, good morning. What is behind the president's push, and why now?
Yeah, good morning, Kelly. I mean, the president not backing down on this, actually first making waves around the idea and this call to nationalize elections in a recent interview with Dan Bongino. Take a listen to that.
The Republicans should say, we want to take over. We should take over the voting in at least 15 places. The Republicans ought to nationalize the voting.
Yeah, and the White House now coming out and saying what the president really was saying there was more of a push for federal oversight of the election, citing really unfounded claims of illegal voting, including non-citizen voting. But critics, of course, are coming out and saying that's already illegal, and election officials and legal scholars also adding that any move to try and nationalize elections really would be unconstitutional. The president's remarks also notably come just days after the FBI raided a Georgia election office to try and examine voting records from the 2020 election, a move that the president has since defended despite no evidence really of this widespread fraud that he talks about. Democrats, of course, say the president's comments signals to them possible federal meddling of the 2026 upcoming midterms. Even some Republicans, interestingly enough, are looking to distance themselves from the president on this issue. Senate Majority Leader John Thune calling it unconstitutional, the issue. Meanwhile, the White House, of course, continues to insist that the president is simply pushing Congress to pass a federal voter ID law.
What the president was referring to is the SAVE Act, which is a huge common sense piece of legislation that Republicans have supported, that President Trump is committed to signing into law.
Yeah, and the House passed a bill to require proof of citizenship last year. It aimed was to kind of boost election security, but the Senate never took it up. And as you heard Caroline Levitt there talking a moment ago, we did see the SAVE Act pop up this week. We even saw some Republicans threatening to hold up the spending and funding bill if there wasn't some sort of voter ID, tied to that. Bottom line here, when we're looking at what the president has recently said, it is looking like that voter security or election security is proving to be a potential flashpoint ahead of the midterm elections, Kelly.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.